What if the next global crisis doesn't just affect the economy, but completely changes the cars Americans choose to drive? Imagine this. You wake up one morning, check the news, and suddenly fuel prices have doubled. Gas stations are crowded, people are lining up, some stations are already running out. At the same time, car dealerships are struggling. Large trucks are sitting unsold, luxury cars are collecting dust, and vehicles that once dominated American roads are suddenly becoming too expensive to own. This might sound extreme, but it has already happened before. During events like the 1973 oil crisis and World War II, Americans were forced to rethink everything, including the cars they drove. And if another major disruption happens in the coming years, history suggests that consumer behavior could shift again, very quickly. So in today's video, we're breaking down 5 types of cars and automotive-related purchases that Americans may stop buying during the next major crisis. And by the end of this video, you might start looking at cars very differently. Let's start with one of the most popular vehicle categories in America today: large trucks and SUVs. For many years, these vehicles have dominated the market. They're powerful, they're spacious, and for many people, they represent freedom, strength, and reliability. One of the most iconic examples is the Ford F-150. It is consistently ranked as one of the best-selling vehicles in the United States. But during a major crisis, especially one that affects fuel supply, these vehicles can quickly become a problem. Large trucks consume significantly more fuel compared to smaller cars, and when gas prices rise sharply, the cost of simply driving these vehicles can become extremely expensive. Think about it. If fuel prices double, the monthly cost of owning a large truck can increase dramatically. For many families, that extra cost becomes difficult to manage, and when people are forced to cut expenses, fuel-heavy vehicles are often one of the first things they reconsider. We've seen this pattern before. During the oil crisis of the 1970s, demand for large vehicles dropped significantly. At the same time, smaller, fuel-efficient cars became far more popular. In a future crisis, this shift could happen again, not because people suddenly stop liking trucks, but because they simply can't afford to keep driving them. Next, let's talk about luxury cars. Luxury vehicles are often seen as a reward. They offer comfort, advanced technology, and a sense of status. Brands like BMW and Mercedes-Benz have built their reputation on delivering high-end driving experiences. But during times of economic uncertainty, luxury becomes less important, because luxury comes at a cost, not just the initial price of the car, but also ongoing expenses like maintenance, insurance, and repairs. These costs can add up quickly, and during a crisis, when people are worried about job security, rising prices, and financial stability, priorities begin to shift. Instead of asking, "What car do I want?" people start asking, "What car do I actually need?" This is when luxury vehicles often lose their appeal. History shows that during economic downturns, sales of high-end vehicles tend to decline. People delay big purchases, they become more cautious, and they start focusing on practical, reliable options instead of expensive ones. In simple terms, luxury becomes a liability and necessity becomes the priority. Now, here's something that might surprise you. During a major crisis, many Americans may stop buying brand new cars altogether. At first, this might seem unexpected. But when you look closer, it makes perfect sense. New cars are expensive. They also lose value quickly, a process known as depreciation. The moment a new car leaves the dealership, its value begins to drop. During stable economic times, people accept this. But during uncertain times, this becomes harder to justify. Instead of buying new, many people turn to used cars. Why? Because used cars are more affordable. They offer better value for money, and in many cases, they can be just as reliable. We saw a version of this during recent global supply chain disruptions. When semiconductor shortages slowed down car production, new vehicles became harder to find. As a result, people shifted toward used cars, and something unusual happened. Used car prices increased. In some cases, they became even more expensive than new cars. This shows how quickly the market can change. In a future crisis, demand for new cars could drop, while demand for reliable used vehicles could rise sharply. Now let's move to a category that represents excitement and passion: high-performance sports cars. These vehicles are built for speed, power, and driving pleasure. An iconic example is the Chevrolet Corvette. For many enthusiasts, owning a sports car is a dream. But during a crisis, that dream can quickly become difficult to justify. Performance cars often come with trade-offs. They usually have lower fuel efficiency, they require higher maintenance, and insurance costs can be significantly higher. During stable times, these factors are acceptable for those who love driving. But during uncertain times, they become a burden. When people are facing rising living costs or financial pressure, spending money on a performance-focused vehicle becomes less practical. As a result, demand for sports cars tends to decline during economic downturns, because when survival becomes the focus, performance becomes less important. Finally, let's talk about something that many car owners enjoy: upgrades and modifications. This includes things like custom wheels, performance enhancements, sound systems, and cosmetic changes. In good times, these upgrades can be exciting. They allow people to personalize their vehicles and express their style. But during a crisis, these purchases are often the first to disappear. Why? Because they are not essential. When money becomes tight, people focus on what truly matters. Instead of upgrading their cars, they focus on maintaining them. Keeping a vehicle reliable becomes far more important than making it look better or go faster. As a result, industries built around customization and aftermarket parts may also experience a slowdown, because when priorities shift, extras are no longer a priority. If history has taught us anything, it's this: during times of crisis, people don't just change what they buy, they change how they think. Practicality replaces luxury, efficiency replaces power, and necessity replaces desire. The cars that once felt important can quickly become unnecessary. And while no one knows exactly when the next major disruption will happen, understanding these patterns can help us prepare. So here's a question for you. If the economy suddenly changed tomorrow, what would you stop buying first?